So I got this little piece called paper cut. It is going to Edmonton, so packaging that up right now. But I remember I made like 3 of them at once, like 3 small spray paint pieces, and this is one of them. And I wonder if I should grab 3 more of these boards and make some more, because it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was kind of like quick, but it was like fun. Really, really gestural. Obviously, a lot of physical work, but man, I just really like the texture that I laid down first as well. But yeah, also I was listening to Linkin Park at the time that I did these 3 pieces. So one was The Place for My Head. This is Paper Cut. I can't remember what the other one was called, but anyway, going to Edmonton. We are on our way. We are on our way to go hang out with Starsky. This pupper is gonna meet my sister's dog, Starsky. He's pretty anxious and like gets crazy aggressive sometimes. It took a while to get him to warm up to me, and then he couldn't stop humping my arm once that happened. So I don't know. But I've had 2 visits with him where he actually liked me, like, consistently. And then a couple other times before that, though, like, it took a bit of, like, going to the park, like, trying to give him a treat, play fetch with him, and he would, like, sometimes give the ball back to someone else, not me. And, like, or just leave it, like, a meter or 2 away from me and not come right to me. And then, like, I couldn't pet him. Like, it was just, like, it's really tough for him. He's pretty anxious, and, like, I guess his anxiety also presents with just getting defensive, aggressive. Anyway, so we've done some work there before with him and I guess he was at the dog park yesterday, Scenic, which is where we're going now, and didn't get off leash, but he did good with the other dogs that came up to him. So I'm gonna get my oil changed, and then while that's happening, my sister and I and the pups are going to go back to Scenic Dog Park and see how that works out. We're going to, like, walk in front, I guess, of them, and then, like, they only live a couple blocks from that dog park, so I think we're just going to walk over there and see what happens. It'll be interesting because Wren is so playful, but I don't know how she'll play with the dog on a leash, or if she'll just go and find other dogs, or just stay ahead, or, like, I don't know. So I guess we'll see. I just hope that Starsky's good, keeps up his good boy streak, and doesn't get aggressive, because Wren is way too submissive and won't fight back. I haven't seen her do it yet. I mean, I don't think she's maybe gotten to the point where she felt like she had to, but that's the trouble, is that there's been times where she definitely was not enjoying what was happening. Dog was being too rough with her, or trying to hump her a bunch, or whatever, and she tried to get away from the dog, and the dog, this happened like 2 or 3 times, no more than 3 ever, but like they were being too rough with her, and she like left that dog, but the dog chased her, and then she just like didn't know what to, she didn't growl at it, she didn't snap at it, she didn't like do anything that she could have done to set boundaries, and she just kind of let it happen, and like wanted help, like she wanted help, like she came to me and I tried to get in between my legs and stuff, and I mean, if she was being hurt, I would have stepped in, but it's like, I don't know. There's a thing there that she needs to figure out, and that's how to set boundaries, because she really likes playing with dogs, but it's just if they get a little too much for her, other than leaving them, she doesn't know what to do, because if they won't leave her alone, she's kind of helpless. So anyway, I just don't want her to get hurt. She's just beautiful, lovely, and you know, she needs those skills, though. She needs those skills. It's not that I want her to be an aggressive dog. Far from it. I love her demeanor. But she needs the skills to tell someone, hey, that's enough. Like, I've had enough, and I'm gonna wreck you if you keep doing that. I don't know how to train that into her, other than just letting her, trying to give her like a safe space to figure that out, because there might be situations where she won't be in a safe space. She might not have someone. What if she runs away or gets lost, or something happens and she meets like some crappy dog, and then she doesn't have those skills, right? Anyway, let's go see what happens with Starsky.
Let's see.
a lot going on.
He's like kind of a good boy. Good job.
So that went pretty well. Kind of. I mean, Starsky was good. Starsky was good. But man, I didn't get it on, like, ugh. Okay, so we were walking to Scenic, my sister and I, and the dogs, and we passed by this, it used to be a school, I guess now it's like some Christian daycare, Christian Kingdom daycare or something, but it's just a block away from Scenic, and this, yeah. So there, it's like a fenced-in area, like it's got an opening. But anyway, we're walking in the alley there, right next to the fence, and then this huge Saint Bernard just just sprints towards the fence and like runs into the fence, like not runs in with like head first, like paws first, like jumped into it, and just was like barking like super aggressively, and it scared the crap out of both dogs. But Starsky is really anxious and reacts aggressively to that, so he was barking like crazy, and that spooked Wren. Like, Wren didn't bark or anything. She was just like, what's going on? Like, and she was like scared. But then there was just like, just both dogs, like the Saint Bernard and then Starsky were just like barking and like my sister's trying to get her dog away. And the owner is just like, because the dog's off leash, right? The dog is off leash a block away from an off leash park. But off leash in this fenced area, again, not someone's private property. This is like public, like, well, actually it might be private if it's a daycare, because it used to be like this school, but it's a field. It's not like their yard. And again, this fence like does have an opening to walk through. Like, it's not like a fence with like a latch and whatever. Like, there's an area where that dog could just get out. That's it. It would just be out. And this owner doesn't say anything. He's just strolling along. He's like pretty far away from his dog, but he's like walking slowly towards us. He doesn't say anything at all. Like, oh, sorry, or like, he doesn't call his dog back or anything. I was like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand that. Like, an owner that has no regard for what's happening, but apparently has enough sense to go and like walk his dog and doesn't like keep his dog locked in the house all day, and like wants his dog to maybe be healthy, but at the same time doesn't correct any behavior, doesn't call his dog back, doesn't care that it's scared the crap out of other dogs, like nothing. Just no regard for that at all. Freaking idiot. And I just was like super pissed, and like I was just like, that's the thing, is like I never know how to react in those situations if I'm going to say something, but I was like super pissed off, and I was like, do I go sarcastic? Do I go passive aggressive? Do I just go assertive and be like, hey, and I should have just gone assertive. Now that I'm saying, I should have just been like, hey, your dog should be on, like, there's a dog park over, like, this isn't an off-leash park. I guess I could have said, the short version. But instead, I was like, oh, it's a really long leash you got there. And he was like, he said something, and I was like, pardon? And then he was like, yeah, it's a pretty long leash. And then I was like, yeah, invisible too. And then he like didn't say anything. And I was like, this freaking idiot. Like, the dog isn't on a leash. Like, but that's the thing, is like, oh, it's in a fenced-in area. No, it's not okay. Because if it found the hole in the fence, like, because again, I think there's at least 2 just like cuts into the fence where you walk through to get into that area. Ugh. I'm just not a fan of people, man. Not a fan. Very playful puppy. All the teeth. Show the people all your teeth. Oh my goodness. Ow! Anyway, other videos this week. Oh my goodness. Why do I always do this? I can't remember what I had a conversation about. Oh, trust? How trust plays a role in my relationships of love. Like friendships. Friendships, romantic relationships, family, that kind of thing. That one was actually inspired by this pup here. Anyway, so yeah, trust, conversation on trust in relationships, trust being a factor for love. There we go. And then there was a movie review of We Need to Talk About Kevin, because I saw that again, and it was good, and it was fun, and I liked it. And oh my goodness, I shouldn't try to do the outro while I've got his puppy here, because she demands more of my attention than you.